What's up, Stanleys? Welcome to the best family on all of YouTube. So today I'm going to be doing a rewatch react to Darth Sion's introduction in Knights of the Old Republic. So yeah, this is one of my most favorite scenes as it introduces, one of the most prominent Sith in that era. So without any further ado, let's get started. The scene really reminds me of the Trade Federation ship in Episode 1. Like when I first played Kotor 2, that's what it reminded me of. Darth Sion's in the Acta tank. That means he went through a very, very dangerous and hefty battle and he's recovering from his wounds. Because in Star Wars, whenever you use a Acta tank, you gotta recover from the wounds that you endured. Like in Empire Strikes Back, with Luke Skywalker being injured by the Wampa. Wounded Republic soldiers. I hear thermal detonators. I hear thermal detonators. And Darth Sion is meditating. Sith meditate too. They Sith have to meditate just as much as the Jedi.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Especially after a long battle. Sith must meditate in order to gather all their thoughts and emotion and fuel it in order to maximize the dark side power to the maximum. I really love the Kotor soundtrack. Honestly, the Kotor soundtrack is not as emotional, but it's more peaceful and it's more relaxing and chill.
I sent you, my master.
But yeah, the graphics for Kotor 2 was pretty decent. I would say above average, but not like phenomenal.
After all that's happened, still you live.
I have a bad feeling about this. That's the same thing.
For one as limited as
It's the same line that Han Solo used in Episode 4. And it's very common in the Star Wars franchise.
The failure is yours.
Darth Sion.
No longer do your whispers crawl within my skull. No longer do I suffer beneath teachings that weaken us. And now you run in search of the Jedi. They are all dead,
weak,
save one. And one broken Jedi cannot stop the darkness that is to come.
Perhaps we shall see.
I would say Darth Traya is almost, very, very close in power to Darth Revan. I'm pretty sure and I'm pretty confident that Kreia in her prime was just as powerful as Darth Revan.
No longer do I suffer beneath teachings that weaken us.
The Sith, they always see the Grey Force users or even Jedi as weak.
Dead, save one, and one broken Jedi cannot stop the darkness that is to come.
Perhaps we shall see.
And Kreia always makes him smile. Her lines are just really, really cool and just too cool for Darth Sion. She's literally blind and she can see through the Force. The Force helps her see. When you have such a strong connection to the Force, blindness is to hinder someone from such capabilities that are entirely possible for Jedi or Sith. Darth Sion sees Traya as weak because she is embracing some aspects of the light. About half the aspects that she embraces amongst and consists of the light side. Because that's the Grey Force user. They always remain in the light intentions. Sith, they can sense other Force users' intentions. Darth Sidious, he can sense the intentions of Anakin Skywalker. That Darth Sidious can feel the senses of Anakin, fears, the emotion that he has to endure every day, especially with Padme Amidala. If you remember in the Star Wars, the Force Unleashed Ultimate Sith Edition actually extended all the way to Return of the Jedi. Darth Vader was about to attack Sidious. He knew that he has been a slave for too long. He'd been a slave for the Empire. Vader attacked Sidious, but he sensed it prior. He sensed it beforehand. That's the way Sidious is. If you remember in Return of the Jedi, the actual canon film, Vader brought Luke captive and brought him into the second Death Star. Palpatine sensed that Luke was going to use the Force to use the lightsaber to fight and duel Vader in hopes of bringing his father back to the light side of the Force to resurrect Anakin. Darth Sion could sense that Kreia is no longer Sith, but no longer Jedi. Darth Sion, before the scene, actually attacked and actually killed Jedi. This dialogue between Darth Sion and Darth Kreia is actually dialogue that is building up to the fight between Sion and Kreia. In the first encounter, I would believe that Kreia would defeat Darth Sion. I'm pretty confident, because her powers excel almost any other Sith besides, Darth Nihilus, and Revan, of course, in terms of combatant skills. But Darth Sion, if the duel was really prolonged, Darth Sion would have a greater chance of defeating or killing Kreia if the battle were to happen. In that scene, Darth Sion just surprisingly just cut off Kreia's hand. In Star Wars, whenever a Sith or whenever a enemy nemesis cuts off the hand of their opponent, it's not gonna stop them at all. Still many ways you could fight using the Force without a hand. Just like how on the Conclave on Kessel, when Vader lost, almost all his limbs, he was still able to use the Force to grab his lightsaber, to Force pull the lightsaber right towards him so that he could use it again. Use it to his advantage. Not use it literally, but use it to kill remaining Jedi. I'm also really a big fan of Kreia. I think she's my very top Kotor characters besides Darth Revan. If I had to rate the scene, I'd probably rate it a 9 out of 10. I wish there was like more and more depth. Back in its time, it was probably just as good as you can probably get. Definitely like a 9 out of 10 for me, because the story-wise, it's very authentic and very well written and developed. Many say that is like the equivalent, the Old Republic, like literally 3,000 years equivalent of the original trilogy, that good and that polished in terms of quotes, in terms of lines, in terms of everything that has to do with the plot. But I wouldn't compare them together. I would say it's all relative to what Star Wars era you prefer. Do you like Knights of the Old Republic, which is like well over 3,000 years before A New Hope? Do you like the time during the Rusan Reformation, 1,000 years before A New Hope? The same time when Darth Bane established the rule of two. The prequel era, which is 30 years, 20 years before A New Hope. The Dark Times era, which is like between episode 3 and 4. Order 66, Elite Squadron, The Force Unleashed, the Dark Horse comic books with Quinlan Voss, Anya Kuro, Kay Krook, Sha Kun, Rowan Shrine, The Adventures of the 501st. Then there's the New Republic era, which takes place during the Yuzong Vong War, about 15 to 30 years after Return of the Jedi. Then there's the Legacy era, which is my favorite, which is like during Darth Krayt, when he established the one Sith, 138 years after A New Hope. And, the descendant Kate Skywalker is literally fighting against the new reign and the new organization of the Sith. If you enjoyed my rewatch reaction, please smash that like button. Can we reach at least 350 likes in this video? Comment. Would you say that Darth Sion is the underrated character? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe. Turn on the bell notification so then you can be notified of my most recent and upcoming uploads. Thanks for watching. Like anytime, may the Force be with you. Always.